I don't know how many of you have been watching season 2 of Poker Face, but it's an excellent show. I really enjoyed season 1. Was really excited when season 2 premiered back in early May of this year. And if you haven't seen it, do check it out. It's really great. It's from writer-director Ryan Johnson, and it follows the main character, Charlie Cale, in kind of a week-to-week episodic structure. It kind of harkens back to those old TV series like Columbo, where you're introduced to a new supporting cast of characters each and every week. There's a separate adventure. It's not serialized, so you can just kind of jump in at any point and, get the gist of what's going on. So you don't have to have seen previous episodes. I was struck when I was watching season 2, episode 4, The Taste of Human Blood. I was really struck with how the filmmakers chose to convey character emotion through just the visuals. No dialogue, no long exposition. And as someone who enjoys the craft of filmmaking, I thought it was really remarkable how they handled, in an instant, communicating to the viewer just what this character is feeling on the inside and thinking on the inside. So how it begins is we're introduced to Officer Fran Lamont. She's a really well-respected police officer, both by the people in the community that she serves and by her higher-ups. And when we see her for the first time, she's responding to a breaking and entering call. And so we see her at the house, she sees the suspect, she apprehends the suspect, and then we cut to the police station. So notice how the filmmakers choose to cover Fran Lamont's character in this prologue. When we first see her, she is covered in a very standard focal length, looks to be close to a 50mm lens if I had to guess, and it's very typical coverage. It's over the shoulder, the camera is kind of either right at her eye line or just below her eye line. Her hair is very tight, it's very neat, it's in a nice little bun, she's very well kept, and she's very, very professional. And then Fran's chief approaches her after she finishes with the breaking and entering suspect, and he tells her that he has nominated her for an Officer of the Year award. And Fran is really dismissive at first. She's not interested. She just finds the job itself to be her own personal fulfillment. She doesn't need validation from external awards. Well, the chief keeps talking to her about it and says it'll be great publicity for the department. It'll be perfect for her. She deserves it. She has done such a remarkable job. And so she finally decides to go. On the night of the awards, we find out that she loses the Officer of the Year award to another policeman nicknamed Gator Joe. Then the show cuts to a full screen graphic that says 6 years and 6 Gator Joe awards later. And this is immediately where the coverage of Officer Lamont switches. So as soon as we come off of that title card, we see this shot. And I want you to notice the difference just right off the bat. How do you feel about this character now? We've seen her in pretty standard coverage throughout the prologue, 50mm lens, thereabouts, very typical over-the-shoulder, shot, reverse shot, camera right around eye line. But now look at the difference. Visually speaking, we're on a much wider lens here. The camera is much closer to Officer Lamont's face. We are slightly above her eye line, slightly looking down at her now. And of course, the performance by the actor here is great. She really sells it through the eyes. But look at how well the filmmakers immediately get you into the mind of Officer Lamont. They've told you everything you need to know about the state of mind of this character emotionally with just the visuals. No expository dialogue. Look at that comparison from the prologue before the awards to the shot following 6 years of losses. How do you think Officer Lamont feels about the awards now? Other filmmakers may have approached this using dialogue instead. So maybe it's 2 officers walking down the hallway together. We don't even see Officer Lamont. So we have the 6 years and 6 Gator Joe wins later title. And then let's say we cut to 2 police officers walking down the hallway. And one officer says, "Oh boy, have you seen Fran lately? Oh yeah, I don't know what's up with her. She just really looks frazzled. Yeah, she lost to Gator Joe again, and now she's looking at 7 years in a row of losing to Gator Joe if she doesn't get the award this year. Yeah, she's really losing it. I don't know what we're going to do because her mind is really not on her job right now." Do you feel the difference? how only through a single shot the filmmakers have told you so much more about a character's emotional state and have done it so much more effectively than a lengthy dialogue scene would have done. And I just love that. It really stuck out to me when I first saw it. It was very striking. I could definitely see the differences in the way they covered the character and the way they approached each scene, both before the awards and then after the awards, to really tell you about Fran's character. And it really gets you into the story a lot quicker, and it's a little more creative. So, as someone who kind of likes to take all of this in, I'm continuously learning. I love seeing how other people approach narrative storytelling through the visuals, the use of actors, production design, camera blocking, lens choice. All of that goes into helping convey a sense of character, of emotion, tone, and story. So if you haven't watched Poker Face yet, check it out. I think you'll really enjoy it. And if you're like me and just want to continue learning little things here and there about how to get better in what you are doing as a filmmaker, I hope you'll subscribe to this channel. You can find everything I'm doing online at linktree.com/Clint Till.